So you have a big event coming up and you want as many people as possible to know about your event. So what's one of the best ways to get it out there? Facebook event pages. I'm Sheryl Loch with Ginger Roots Media, and in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about why your event needs a Facebook event page, and I'm going to show you exactly how to go through and make that Facebook event page. So, why do you want one? Well, Facebook loves event pages. They've changed things around a little bit, and while business pages have lost some reach, one of the things they do push is the event pages. Now, keep this in mind, to make an event, you do need to have that business fan page, whatever you'd like to call it, so you can make an event. Not a big deal. Most of you already have that. Second, when you have an event page, it's going to be a general meeting place for all the questions and answers, updates. I know a lot of you will make a flyer and pass it around to your friends and in your groups, and those are great, but they get spread all over. People are asking questions on each other's posts. You don't ever see them as the event coordinator, so some people may think you've left them out, not answered their questions. You can miss a lot of opportunities doing that. So if you have an event page, then everything can be kept in one space. And when those flyers go out, you're kind of just sending it out in the wind. And that's the thing is, if you have the event page and someone has marked interested or going, then this will depend on their notification settings. But when you make an update, say you make a new post or someone asks a question, they may get notified. So if they've marked that they're interested in this event, they're going to get notified most likely. Most people don't go in and turn it off. A few do. So if they say they didn't get them, make sure they've got their notifications on. And when you have an event page, it's so easy to share. You don't have to worry about anybody's settings of just sharing with friends or anything else. They can go to that event page, hit share, and boom, share it with either whoever they want individually or just on their stream. They can even share it on their own Facebook page, and it works beautifully. Keep in mind, another way it gets shared is, say I mark interested in your event. Well, there's a good chance everybody on my friends list is going to get a little beep that says, I said I was interested in the event. Now, it's not going to be necessarily a full-blown post, but it will be out there. So that's another way to draw in more people without you doing all the work. Now, you can also get a general head count. These head counts are never accurate. I mean, you may have thousands of people marked interested and 100 say going and only 10 show up. It can also go the other way. You could have 10 people say they're going, 50 people say they're interested, and end up with 2,000 people at your event. So it gives you a little general idea, but don't take it seriously. Also, you can have a link to buy tickets. Now, this can link to a lot of different sites. You may have a landing page where someone needs to go and fill out a registration form so they can pay a fee if, it's something where you've got tickets, or like a lot of car shows have, you have to register. This is very handy because I see a lot of times when people do the flyers or they just put out a post, that link gets lost somewhere and they don't know where to go to actually register or buy tickets. So that's another huge bonus. If someone has marked interested or going in an event and they're on your friends list, you might go over and check that calendar. Because when someone marks interested or going, it puts it in their individual calendar. They'll get a notification saying, you have this event coming up. you can go in and check it. Now, if you're like me and you have a friend that does a lot of things similar to what you do, you might go over, hit their profile, go check their events to see if they've got something marked that you missed. I do this a lot with another guy, Kenny, that here locally does car shows. I don't always see all the car shows even he does. So each week, usually about Wednesday or Thursday, I go over to his profile. I check his events to see if he's got some mark that I missed. So that's another huge bonus. So there you have it. I mean, there's a lot of reasons to have it. Those are the most important. So let's head over to Facebook and I'm going to show you exactly how to make your Facebook event page. Okay, so here we are on one of our business pages. Okay, so here we are on one of our Facebook business pages. And the first thing we're going to do is go over on the left-hand side and look for events. Now we're going to create event right here. Now I have everything already made, and you can put a video in here or a still photo. We're going to upload a photo for this one. Click open. These are 16:9 dimensions. So this picture is going to be 1920 by 1080. This would be similar to a YouTube video, and many other things come in your 16:9. Now, if you want to upload a video to be on the header of your event page, we have a video showing you how to do that. This will take a few minutes, so let's move along to the next part. The event name. You're going to want to type in a name that is explanatory, not too long, not too short. You want it clear. Location. This will probably put in the location of your Facebook page, but you can change that very easily. And we're going to have it at Welder Up, so I start typing in the name. They do have a Facebook page, otherwise you can just put in the address. Now, we are going to add Welder Up as a co-host. You do not have to do this if you're having your event at a facility, a park, things like that. You're not going to want to add them as a co-host unless you have previously spoke to them. Well, since we're doing this for Welder Up, yes, we're going to add them as a co-host also. Now, for your description, hopefully you've written this all out before you get in here so you can kind of check everything. This can be updated. They don't like you to update it constantly. They say 3 times. Whether or not they've held you to that, I don't know. I've never pushed it quite that far. So I've written everything out on a Word document, and I've got to do some spacing because it doesn't hold anything. We'll quickly go through this. See, now you all know all about this event. Oh, and there, my image just popped in, as you can see. If you need to reposition it, you simply click and you can reposition slightly, depending on the size of your image. Now that we have the description all written out, and it should have enough details that you don't have tons of silly questions. Put as much detail as you can to save yourself trouble later. If you don't have details, they're going to ask you a million things over and over. Now you can select your category. Most things I do with the car communities don't have a category. You choose the one that best fits. Now, you can have this occurring once, daily, weekly, or a custom. Even if you have a weekly event, I caution you about doing that simply because people get ad blindness and it tends to just get overlooked. You might do it for maybe a month and then change it up, Put it out each week. It'll only take you a few minutes. Change the header so that it's a little bit different. Now, you're going to put your event dates in here. And we're going all the way to April of 2020. And the end date will be the same. And then you put in your start time, 11 a.m., and we're ending it at 4 p.m. Now, as you can see here, Welder Up is put as a co-host. I'm also going to be adding my other page so that I can manage it from anywhere. It just makes it easier for me. These do have to be approved by these people. So you can't just include someone as a co-host and it show up. They have to approve it. Other details, if you have a schedule, like you have different speakers, different music groups, different things going on, you can easily add a schedule by clicking, and it's pretty much add what you want. Most events, this isn't real important, but you can use it. It's there. Keywords. These are great. Lots of times they don't have the keywords you want. Car shows, nothing. Most of the events I do, I don't have car or keywords for, and they only allow you to pick the ones they offer. I don't think they're that important anyway. Is your event family friendly? Then here you get down into handling your people. Confirm attendance. If this is completely necessary, you can have them confirm. Creating tickets. This links up with Eventbrite. It might be great if you have no other way to sell tickets. I prefer to have a landing page on my own site, handle it myself with whatever payment method you want. You can use this. I just don't. Add a ticket link. Here's where you can link to your website. For most people I know, that's how they handle it. You link them to your website where you have the page they can fill out, pay their ticket price, and you're all set. These are up to you. If you're having a free event, none of this is really important. Now, options. Choose who can post in your event. This is not on your event details. This will be in the discussion tab. Who can ask questions? Post permissions. I always leave it anyone can post. If you have only admins can post, here lies the issue. If someone has a question about attending your event and you don't allow them to post questions, you could lose them. I also look at it this way. If the event host is not willing to speak to people before the event and have open communication, then that's not an event I want to attend. They're really probably not people I want to deal with. Now, post approval. This again, when people post in the discussion tab to ask questions, the admin or a co-host has to approve it. I don't worry about that. If someone isn't being a butthead, I block them. I'm done. Most people, this is not an issue, but it is an option. Messaging. People can ask questions about your event on Messenger. If you have a very personal event, something that your guests may not want to openly ask in a public forum, you can do this. As far as any events I have that I deal with, I do not use this option. I leave it. I want them to post in the discussion. Otherwise, I get 500 of the same freaking question and have to answer it by personal message. And I don't want to do that. I want it as a post everyone can see. Guest list. Do you want to display the people that say going or can't go or interested? I usually click yes because people see their friends there and they're more willing to go. So we have all this filled out. We have our image, our event name, the location. This will also show a little map button so people can find it easily. Your full description with details, your category, when it's going to occur, your dates, and your co-host. Remember, they will need to approve that, so you might want to send them a message. And then anything else you need in here for tickets. And these are options that you can choose on your own. Now, you can either publish or you can schedule. Usually by the time I'm done with them, they're ready to go. I don't mess with scheduling, but it is an option. So we'll go ahead and hit publish. And we are live. And right now it says one co-host pending. Of course, it approved the off the jacks because I'm also admin over there. So we will get over to Welder Up, get that approved, and we'll be good to go. Here is your event. Here are all the details that we just put in, so everyone should have the details. This will be your host and co-host. Then up here is discussions, and this is where anyone can come in and ask their questions, share a video, a picture, whatever it is. But this is something important. Now, we talked about notifications, and it's something that a lot of people will go ahead and mark me interested. And notification settings. I can unfollow this event and I won't get updates. I can remove myself from the guest list. It's something, when you're not an admin, they will have more options to get notifications, and we hope they turn those on, or at least don't turn them off. Okay, so there you go. Now you can go to your Facebook page, make an event, and it's going to be super shareable. You're going to be able to get the information needed to everyone interested. And I hope this makes your event a huge success. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, hit the little bell notification, and you may get notified.